if we look at the difference between the two systems, the US and CCP, the CCP is not constrained by rule of law or democracy. And that's the problem. If we look at the Middle East deal, the CCP has courted Middle Eastern ruling families with offers through Belt and Road initiatives. The CCP made deals for the elite class, offering nuclear technologies and bioweapons and other advanced arms. So how the free world compete with the dictator's offer?
First of all, it's not just democracy and rule of law. As importantly, they're not bound by the precepts of capitalism. Mm-hmm. And remember, we are free market entrepreneurial capitalists. We don't believe in state capitalism. We certainly don't believe in late stage finance capitalism. But the CCP, because they control every institution in the state, including the central bank, the ability to print money, they are not bound by they're really an autocratic economy. What do I mean by that? That they can determine they're going to build just to keep the construction industry fully employed and also make as much money for the regime as possible, that they can go and just build and continue to build these apartments after apartment, these condos after condos, and just keep building them, whether they're sellable or not, or whether the excess capacity of those condos are driving down the price that the Chinese citizens that actually have them can flip them and sell them eventually. That there's just too much excess capacity. We see this everywhere. This allows them to do one belt, one road. One belt, one road is just predatory capitalism based upon the British East India Company model that essentially took India and tried to open the door and take China. So they're not bound by the laws of capitalism, and that makes them very dangerous for a while, but eventually catches up with you. That's why I think what you guys just laid out, and it really revolves around, correct me if I'm wrong, it revolves around that the United States does not have the processing capacity up yet for the rare earths, because rare earths are just dirt. But the processing of it is very environmentally dirty, very controversial. Of course, the Chinese Communist Party doesn't mind doing it because they don't care about the environment that Lao Beijing actually lives in. That deal for, looks like, access to rare earths, there's tremendous concessions to the West, and each one of them is a money-making opportunity for different areas or segments of our economy. And clearly, it's a cry for help from Xi. And so I would be very concerned, given that they're not bound by the laws of capitalism, that we get into deep here. Remember, I'm a hardcore decoupling. Besson said in Geneva at the early morning 3 a.m. press conference about decoupling. Then he changed it, corrected it when he went on the Squawk Box and Morning Joe that morning. Said it's strategic decoupling. I still believe that is the basically the line of work that the Trump administration is following.